Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and I'm here with my co-host, Heather. Good afternoon from Key West, Miss Heather. How's it in Denver today?
Oh, it's beautiful today. A sweater or a wind jacket is all you need to go out.
It is 64 here. I was working out with Paula on the lanai, and I was freezing cold.
Freezing?
I was freezing because I was wet from sweating, and we had such a breeze, and it being 64. I'm not used to that.
Oh, well, it's 65 here.
I know it's colder outside than in the house. I can't believe it.
Well,
Hi, Akila. How are you? Hi, Joyful Journey, Illumination Portal. Hello, beautiful ladies. Welcome. So excited to have you here today. You guys, this is an intense subject.
Yes, it is.
We're going to go through it slow in case you have any questions, because
you probably will. And it likes big words.
I had a ton of questions myself. So, everybody, by the way, today is Heather's birthday. So,
yeah, rack up another year. Rack up another year.
Happy birthday, Heather.
Thanks.
I hope you have a wonderful day. And your haircut, it looks gorgeous.
Thanks.
I like it. I like it. So you've thrown some cards for us today. What do the cards have to say?
Well, we are in the process of rejuvenation. But while we're being rejuvenated, we get stopped sometimes waiting. It's the feline, so you're waiting to be able to really just pounce on things. But it stops us and it slows us down. So meanwhile, our souls are still starseeds.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm. And our humans are too. And then we are also together. If you're thinking with your heart, you're kind of together, and you are also the purple flame, the violet flame. And what they're saying is that when you get slogged down, waiting for the rejuvenation, think about your integrity and how you do things. And you don't need to slow down and wait, because when you're doing things in integrity, you can create, and you can create what needs to be done. Even though you are rejuvenating and you feel like slowing down, you still can create. Remember, your mind doesn't take that much energy. So you want to make sure that you keep integrity in the picture. Always.
Always.
Always. And when you work with integrity, even though you are rejuvenating, and there are times you feel like you just want to wait and pounce, you don't need to. When you're working in integrity, you could go ahead and be creative and create things that you want to.
I like that. Yeah. You're getting birthday wishes.
Oh, well, thank you very much, everybody.
And White Dragon.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Akila.
Thank you.
Starfish Jenny. And Teresa.
And Teresa, yes. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
I was surprised this morning because my neighbor walked into the door to get his dog, because his dog, Lily, comes in every morning before they go to work. And he's coming in to collect her to go. And he says, "Happy birthday." And I said, "How did you know it was my birthday? I didn't tell anybody." She says, "Oh, he met with April in the store last night."
Your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter. The one singing.
I love that. Well, today we're going to talk about Christ consciousness. And but I want to say, if you didn't see our last show on Schumann Resonance last Tuesday, please go back and watch it. There was a lot of really good information about what's going on with the planets and the CMEs that are hitting the planet and how it affects us, and how the Schumann resonance affects us, all that sort of stuff. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, please go watch. And then last Saturday, we had a friend from Texas on that's an animal communicator, Mary Helen Schmidt. He's
Oh,
fabulous.
it was fun.
And she did a demo for us on Xena, and then later on she actually talked to my Sassy, so that was interesting, as well as a couple of people's animals in the chat. So that was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
I really enjoyed that. But today's show is about Christ consciousness, and to be honest, I had no friggin' clue what it was.
We know I thought better now. Learned a lot.
Vaguely. Oh, thank you, Joyful Journey. She said it was a great show. Oh, thanks. And Illumination Portal said she was amazing. Oh, thank you. So, Christ consciousness is a beautiful and multi-layered term that refers to divine love, spiritual integration, and the process of the heart-soul-centered awakening. It is the state of awareness of our true nature, our higher self, and our birthright as children of God. The word Christ originates from a Greek word, Christos, meaning anointed, and was typically referred to for ceremonial rites of passage. In other words, Jesus' last name was not Christ. He was the epitome of the Christ consciousness energy. He lived the Christ consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
The Christ is a state of pure consciousness, a state of holistic being, a state of unity of perception. Christ consciousness is not something extraordinary or mystical. It's not a state that comes and goes like a spiritual experience or an altered state of consciousness. It is our natural state, the underlying hum of our existence, the place from where love, peace, and wisdom flow.
That's right.
Oh, I got chills. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one I did
This
too.
is so intense for me.
And I hope whoever this is forgives me for butchering his name, but it's Paramhansa Yogananda. And he explained that the Christ consciousness is the spiritual essence hidden at the core of each individual. And in fact, at the core of every atom of creation. Christ consciousness is an awareness of a higher self as part of a universal system, the state of consciousness in which a person has found self-realization and unity with the divine. It may also be used as a synonym for the yogic and Hindu concept of samadhi, or deep spiritual bliss. It is a state of great emotional maturity and intellectual development. This was the way of thinking and living that Jesus and all other enlightened beings of the ages, such as Buddha, Krishna, Moses, Muhammad, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and even Mr. Fred Rogers possessed.
He did, didn't he? He really did.
He did. That's why he was so remarkable, because it came through on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
They expressed not ego consciousness, not a separate, diluted, or divided consciousness, but the unitive consciousness of the Divine Father, and that is the Christ.
It gives me chills every time you read something like that. Hi, Marilla. Welcome. Nice to see you. And Laura Hammond, thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Love you guys being here this afternoon. This was really an interesting show to research. Up until just a few decades ago, our definition of consciousness and reality was based on a Newtonian paradigm where we were merely the consequence of our past. This was heavily based on a three-dimensional model of reality that involved a certainty and polarity. Science and physics have started to catch up with a far more expansive and inclusive vision of reality. Quantum physics and theory have played a significant part in a new paradigm of consciousness and its reality. Quantum physics disrupted our view of matter and energy, smashing the Newtonian paradigm of a fixed physical reality with predictable patterns of cause and effect. This recent branch of physics has revolutionized our understanding of consciousness and reality, where the whole, rather than the part, becomes more significant and where endless possibility and potentiality arise.
Mhm. Consciousness and reality, often referred to as the field, is now seen to encapsulate interdependence and integration. This evolution of understanding and experience is asking us to no longer be content with the three-dimensional paradigm, but to expand to a multidimensional approach where concepts such as infinity and eternity play a role. A major shift has occurred towards potentially being constantly and irrevocably expressed in the present, the now of reality, as an unfoldment based on appropriate circumstances and conditions. Quantum physics has opened the door to a whole new vision for the mainstream to potentially embrace spiritually, and a more mystical view of experience, both of ourselves and of the universe.
David R. Hawkins, renowned author of The Map of Consciousness, explained, "The field itself stands beyond time, space, or any known dimension, and instead includes all dimensions without being altered by them. It tells us the infinite field is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, and uniquely identifiable as the absolute by which all expressions of evolution or existence can be compared. In this way, consciousness is seen as a field of energies in which the whole is present in every part and applies to everything in the cosmos. Interconnected, coordinated, a non-dual and integrated intelligence where interrelationships play a major role. This becomes the basis of our insight and experience when it comes to a deep understanding of Christ consciousness. With the coexistence for many in the mainstream of quantum physics, consciousness and spirituality in tandem rather than opposition." Finally,
Yes. Yeah.
spirituality and science have come together thanks to quantum physics. Yippee skippy.
The question arises as to the nature of the field that has turned our former understanding on its head. Scientists today tell us that the entire three-dimensional world is all a projection. We've heard that before.
Don't you see this little man sitting in the old booth in a theater running the tape? Running the old film. That's what I see when I think of it as being
somebody out there in the universe is doing this. So the world is a field of energies vibrating at different frequencies. And with that field, there are various structures or forms which we interpret as a three-dimensional universe. But this universe is a projection. And so, in a sense, an illusionary appearance behind which is reality. The reality is God, who is always revealing himself behind all appearances. Everything behind that we see, he's behind it. A capital C emerges as consciousness takes on a sacredness, a direct connection with a divine consciousness, and creation evolving together, ever expanding, ever inclusive. And with its ever expanding and evolving nature, our understanding of the qualities of the sacred consciousness is now taken to yet another timeless and empowering level as it takes on profound universality. So cosmic consciousness arises from the understanding that the world of the senses, the physical world, is a unity in which everything is interconnected.
The whole physical world is a web of interrelated being, and we are a part of that web of interrelationships. So also, our individual consciousness is part of a larger consciousness in which we all participate. Wow. Unity consciousness. To be awakened, to be conscious, means to align our consciousness with the Christ consciousness. As the evolution and growth inside our awareness simply signifies to fully accept and embrace all the Christ principles. The answer to our evolution lays in the shift of consciousness that must occur when we are called to open ourselves more spiritually, kickstarting the process of enlightenment for all those parts of the self that don't yet hold the Christ consciousness qualities. This is the biggest difference between being in a sleeping state or an awakened state. The level of development of these beautiful qualities or gifts of love that we all carry within us.
And these Christ qualities help propel us to live in an open-hearted state instead of a closed-hearted state. Things like love, compassion.
I forgot. Wait a minute. I forgot I had a slide.
I do think you have a slide.
I do.
There you go. Love, compassion, patience, forgiveness, generosity, peace, faith, divinity, charity, oneness, humility, non-judgment, gratitude. And these are the characteristics of Christ consciousness. We have awake. You must awaken to the truth of our being. The truth is we are divine beings. Like waves are,
every single one of us.
And like waves are to the ocean, we are unique expressions, individualizations of the divine. We all have a spark of divinity within us. It's the core of who we are.
Then we have awareness. Once we become awakened to our inner divinity and inherent worth, we become more self-aware and conscious of our thoughts and actions. We start developing the 12 powers of man. Remember those? Faith, love, strength, wisdom, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, enthusiasm, release, and life, and become aware of our potential. Another is active. We start actively living life from a higher consciousness. And then surrender. Surrender is letting go of control and being open to what life throws at us. That one's kind of hard. Sometimes. Acceptance. While surrender is more about letting go and being open to life, acceptance is acknowledging and embracing the reality of a situation after going through the initial negative emotional reactions. And then forgiveness. We cannot move forward until we make peace with the past. By practicing surrender and coming to a place of acceptance, we can forgive and set ourselves free. So true.
Kind of like shadow work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Now because all of life is interconnected and we have access to the divine within ourselves, all of us can achieve Christ consciousness. It does not matter what religion or belief system that anyone subscribes to. A person can achieve Christ consciousness without religion or a spiritual belief system. The only requirement is a desire for personal growth and development. Many people see this drawing of consciousness as a liberating and joyful experience. Fear ends and confidence grows. Trusting greater powers. You trust in greater powers than the self, and you flourish. A person becomes their own master. We shape our own destiny, and we become at one with Source.
That sounds good to me. So basically what they're saying Christ consciousness is that spark of the divine that we all get when we break off from the whole and become individual souls. We always carry that spark of the divine, which is the Christ. That consciousness is that Christ. So we all have it within us. We just have to access it, learn to access it.
And when we live that way, then we are living with Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good way to live. It sounds like a great way to live. So what do you guys think? How do you feel about Christ consciousness? Or do you feel that it's something you're searching
Wasn't
for?
there a comment by White Dragon somewhere in there?
Yeah, I got one comment. He says Yogananda is the only India guru that I fully trust. He showed me what happened just after he passed during a dinner in honor of India in 1952. Oh, interesting. What I've
Yeah.
read from Yogananda, I resonate with, but I can't say that there's been a bunch at all. I haven't studied him, but okay, let's see. Any more comments about the show? And if not, let's get to cards.
I like Illumination Portal's comment. She agrees completely.
I agree completely that it only takes a desire to know yourself.
Exactly.
That sounds so simple. I love that. It just sounds simple. I want to know myself. Don't you want to know who your true self is? I want to know who my true self is.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's love. My true self is unconditional love.
And if you sit down, because I've been reading this book, and one of the things that we had to do was sit down and try to figure out who our higher self was, what makes them spark, what makes them happy, things like that. And you really learn to know who you are if you're trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Joyful Journey says gratitude instantly brings me into a sense of love and knowing. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then Marilla says, being raised Catholic, I love Jesus. Yes, unconditional love. And Laura Hammond says it's kind of like phasing in and out. Unconditional love, illumination portal. Absolutely. Okay, let me know if you want cards, please, in all caps. Pretty please. We're doing 3-card mini readings.
Very, very many.
And Joyful Journey says, me, please. I don't
Way
see
not
white
yet.
dragons, me.
They'll show up.
Me too, Lark. He says, I strive to live in Christ consciousness.
It's
I do
not
too.
always
I just didn't know it was called Christ consciousness. I just call
exactly.
it trying to live with unconditional love for everything and everybody around. Morella wants cards. Yay. Anybody else before I start? I know it was Illumination Portal was first, right? Yes. Of course you may have a card.
And so would MEJ and White Dragon.
Actually, did he get there? Did he get in there? There's
Yeah,
Mary Ellen. Hi, Mary Ellen. There's the me I was looking for. Hi, Mary Ellen. Just makes me happy. Joyful Journey says it's just challenge in this word, but it feels so good when you feel it. Yes, ma'am, it does. Okay, I'm using my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck that you can't bloody see.
you have to put it, I think, right in front of the camera. I can see Oracle, but not much else.
Yeah, well, okay. Anyway, that's it.
And I'm using my energy deck.
Move my microphone so it doesn't hear me shuffling everything.
I have so much cloth on my desk, so it doesn't make lots of noises.
I don't. And then Lark wants a card too. Okay, we got 7. That's good.
Okay. My first card is this 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. And she's saying you have a really good connection. Okay. And they're also saying that you have a doorway to the value. That one, gee, I wonder why it doesn't want to show. There we go. That one is talking about a new beginning of things. And I know you just moved, so that's part of that. And they said, make sure that you have a plan because strategy matters of how you want things done and where you want things to go with, because this is all kind of new. It's not new, but it is new. The situation's a little different. So just make sure you have a plan and you do have the good connection with Archangel Uriel. So you're in good hands.
I'll be with you just a minute. I need to look at something real quick because I haven't used this in a long time. Okay, makes sense. Okay, first of all, I've got Taming the Wind, which is a beautiful feather. And this is about clearing your energy, taking time to like smudge your house, smudge you, take a salts bath, those kinds of things. Do some things to clear your energy so that you can get rid of, so you can meditate on getting rid of your whatever limiting beliefs may be holding you back. Because the path ahead of you, you get to choose the highest path for your highest good. But there are limiting beliefs that you need to look at and realize that the potentiality is huge. We can wish for anything we want way beyond what our little human boxes can think of. So dream big, get out of that box because it's time to walk that path of potentiality. That word keeps coming up. Interesting. I hope that resonates. Got it.
Joyful journey.
Cool.
I think you have a couple more too. Starfish Jenny.
Got it. Starfish Jenny.
And thank you, Mary Ellen, for the birthday wishes.
Okay, next will be Joyful Journey. Okay, we got it. I got to get used to using these cards again. I haven't used them in a long, long time. I used to know them pretty well. Wow. I love learning these new things.
Okay, this is going to sound so repetitive. I'm sure you've been told this stuff before, but they are repeating it. Make sure, this is appreciation. Make sure that you choose gratitude. And yes, anything you decide you want to do, it will be good as long as you get rid of those old attachments. Okay? Get rid of those, and then your answer is yes. It's in the center. So yes. Okay. So it's something, it couldn't be creative, something new. It could be something that you've changed a little and sending on out. But do make sure you get rid of the old attachments and be thankful for what you do have already. But big yes of what you want to do.
Interesting. Well, the first card I got was the Sun card, which is basically time to come out of your cave and shine. And I got the Water card next, which is talking about your emotions and to learn to go with the ebb and flow of your emotions. When you're angry, feel that anger. Let it feel it good, and then let it go. Just like when you're joyful, when you've had a good experience, feel that goodness, enjoy every bit of it, and then let it go, because that's how life works. Ebb and flow, ebb and flow. I'm learning that this week myself. And then the corn. The corn says that you have with all of these cards, and particularly the Sun card, whatever you have plans that you're making or seeds that you've planted, and it's time for those to come to fruition, it's going to be successful because you've got both of these cards. Just keep your emotions in check and and pay attention, and whatever's happening is going to be good.
They both said the same thing, a little differently, but they said the same thing.
Well, you can bet I'd say it differently.
Of course. Well, the card said it differently.
Yes, they did. Okay, Marilla's next. I hope that resonated, Joyful Journey. Oh, she's starting a new job tomorrow. Brilliant.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, it used to take me a year to acclimate to a new job. I would get to a new job and I would hate it the first 6 months. Absolutely hate it. But then as I settled in and got used to things, I always ended up loving my jobs. But best of luck to you. I hope it works out really well, Joyful Journey. It sounds like it will from the cards. How's Miss Morella?
Well, the first card I have is the Thinking Woman. And basically what it is there's somebody who gives you good advice, somebody that you talk with. And between the two of you, you get everything talked out. But you are kind of sitting pretty. You're at the gate. You can decide to go on out if you want, or you can stay in right where you're at. But it's up to you. And that's part of what you're talking about. And the last card, it took me a while to think about, is the Envy card, which means I think it's other people. You need to watch out that depending on what you decide to do, some people will like it and some people won't. And it doesn't matter what you choose to be or to do, whether you choose to go on out or to stay where you are. There will be some people that like it and some people that don't. Okay. So just watch out for that. And I'm sorry, it looks like I froze again. But no, it's looking good. You've got good people to talk to, and you're in a good place now, and you may decide to go on and do more.
You look funny, girl.
I know. It's a terrible face.
You look funny. Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Am I ready? Okay. I got Heart of the Sky is the first card that I chose. And why did I choose that? I can't remember what it said. Doggone it. But I think it's talking about opportunities that are out there right now and to dream. Oh, that's what it was. Dream big. There's many opportunities out there for you right now, and they want you to remember your childlike joy and follow that bliss and listen to that inner child with what's going on. Important opportunities, and they're saying be decisive. Here's the blade. Be decisive about it. That's what the blade's all about. And like Heather said, some people are going to like it, some people not so much. Don't worry about hurting other people's feelings if it has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with you. You need to use your blade and cut those ties and make those choices because they're out there. Wonderful choices are out there. It just go inside and look at that inner child and how children look at everything and wonder, and follow your bliss. You still with us, Heather?
I'm with you.
Okay.
You can hear me, you just can't see me.
Okay.
So
White Dragon's next.
White Dragon. I know who that. Oh, I'm coming back.
Are you coming back? Okay.
Yeah, because my screen went blank.
Yeah. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's weird. You're not there.
I will be. There we go. Just had to wave at it.
10 days, I tell you. That's crazy.
I know. I just don't know what to do. I think the only thing left for me to do besides what I've already done is to buy this gigantic cord and not do it by
hardwire it.
Hardwire it and try and see if that works.
Well, that's how we used to do things here. Remember, now we don't.
Yeah. But it's clear across the room, so I'll see what I can do.
Very inconvenient.
Yes, it is. But I'll see what I can find and try to get it hardwired and see whether that'll stop it. Wow.
Always interesting cards for White Dragon.
I know. But these are good cards. Okay, the first one was the goddess of the moon. And the moon card is always nice. Anyway, your intuition, depend on it. It's right where it needs to be. And so as I'm sure you do anyway, you go within and find out what it is you want to know. And the next one was the door to personal happiness and health. So if there's been any struggles on some of that, that's going to all erase. But I think it just relates to your family and how happy you are with the grandchild and everything. So they're just saying you're in a good place. So you just need to go within whenever you need to have something answered, but you're in a really good place. And then the sun is your last card. Now in tarot, that's the most positive card you can get. But on this one, it's positive, but it says, go ahead and be creative. Because you may have some new beginnings of something. Something new may be coming along. It may even just be, okay, your grandbaby is doing something new and you have to adjust things. So anyway, everything's positive in all these cards. You're going good.
Okay. I got the blade right off the bat, which is be decisive, which I think you're a pretty decisive human being. Be decisive. And then I got the spiral, which is talking about how the expansion of the universe, how the expansion of us in our soul internally, we like our shadow selves, we go through something and we think, oh, I got rid of that nonsense. I'm so glad to have that gone. And then all of a sudden, maybe a few months later, something that triggers that same insecurity is what I'm getting. Same insecurity comes back around and tries to snag you. Spirit tries to snag you from another direction just to make sure you learn that lesson. So just know that that's the way the universe works, and be decisive with your blade as the hunter. Follow your own path, your own intuition. Don't listen to somebody else's instructions or way to go. You need to follow your own path,
You
your
will
own
be
way,
successful.
with decisiveness and discretion.
He wrote a note.
Of course he did. Creative. I will be firing up the old airbrush and see what happens.
You know, I always wanted to use one of those. I never have.
We even have airbrush makeup things. I've never tried the airbrush
I've
makeup.
never tried to use it either.
I've never tried to use it. Still in its case. It's terrible. Okay, Emmy J's next.
That's sassy?
No, the house next door to me has had paving stones put down in their front yard. So there's a machine that goes by and goes bump, 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 you know, to level them or whatever, seed them properly. I don't know. There's so much construction around here right now that you can't hear yourself think outside. I have two houses around me being built, and they're catty corner. One behind me, one next door to me.
I mean, if you think of it in terms of you've got a square with 4 pieces and or 6, we're the one in the middle. There's one there, one there. Everything's being
crazy.
done.
Okay, what do we have to say for Miss Mary Ellen? The Andean cross, earth, and the Oneness.
I guess that's going to be out. So is that one. And that one. The cards let themselves out.
I love it when that happens. Interesting.
I have a feeling you've been pushing yourself a little, because the first one is patience, and it's saying, take a break. Everything is coming out just fine. Just you need to be a little more peaceful, let go of the desperation of trying to get it done. Just let it relax a little. Patience. And the goddess of the moon, which was the next card, is kind of saying the same thing. It says, if you want to know an answer, go with, you need to be a little patient, but go within for your answer. It's not going to be out there. It's going to be inside you. And it says, and you need to take that break because they want you to rest and rejuvenate. So it's taking its toll on you. They want you to be patient, relax, go within for your answers, and just take care of you. Okay.
I got much the same, actually. I got the number 1 is the Andean cross, and this shows you the directions, north, south, east, and west. Just drew a blank. Just totally. Oh, you're on a new path. This is the symbol of a new path. See the hole in the center? It's a portal. It's a shamanistic symbol. I actually have one that I wear sometimes that I was given by a shaman. And this represents a portal to lower earth and upper earth, I believe. But anyway, it's a 4 directions, but it's talking about the beginning of a new path. And you get the earth card, which is very supportive, but it wants you to go in and be still. Actually, that one, as well as the witness, is asking you to go within, get still, and observe your emotions. Observe what comes up for you in meditation, and pay attention to those things, because Spirit's leading you in a new direction, and you just need to get still to listen and sit in reverence of the earth, sit in gratitude, sit in love and unity consciousness for yourself and others, and the Spirit will show you this new path. Yeah, cool.
Just be quiet for a little while.
Yeah, it's asking you to be quiet and observe. Hi, Mr. Lark Kemper. Thank you all for being here and for your questions and letting us read cards for you. We really appreciate it. What time is it? I haven't even seen. Okay. How are we doing on time? We're doing good.
About a quarter till my watch.
Yeah. Hummingbird, fire, and water. Interesting. Mary Ellen says a new path. Yay. Yep. Something's coming up, girlfriend.
I don't like these. All right. Let me see what they're saying. You may have to go first. It's going to take me a while to get this over.
It's going to take me a minute. This is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I was surprised. I hardly ever get these cards. But anyway, the first card is the deceit card. It means there's somebody who's trying to manipulate you. They're behind the scenes doing things, and they're hidden tactics you're not supposed to know about it, evidently. But I have a feeling you know who this person is, and it has to do with your feelings. They're trying to get you upset or make you change course or do something, but it has to do with your feelings, and they're trying to manipulate you. And you don't think it's all that friendly, so your defenses are up, rightfully so. Okay. But I think, I don't know why, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So keep your defenses up. Know they're trying to manipulate, and it's going to either try to make you mad or feel depressed. They're trying to manipulate your feelings. So keep your defenses up.
Well, that water card came up again, so that's emotions, and that makes sense. So I got the hummingbird first, which is a hummingbird acts quickly and decisively. So there's something coming up that you need to take care of quickly, and you need to burn it, whatever it is. This is the fire card. Fire cleanses everything. So light a fire. I would light a fire, right. First of all, write down whatever it is you want to burn, whatever you want to get rid of, whether it's this person that is not nice, it's doing stuff behind your back, whatever. Fire will take care of that. And like she said, they're trying to manipulate you. So watch your emotions and don't let them get out of control over what this other person or situation is. And you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You stay in control. Everything will be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Miss Jenny. How are you, Miss Jenny? Hi, Patricia Franzino. Nice to see you here. I hope y'all get it that we're late, get a chance to go back and watch the show. It was short. It was probably less than a half an hour, but intense and important.
Yeah, there's so much stuff in it. You can't do a long show. People just, you guys wouldn't be able to sit through it. Yeah, blow your mind.
It explodes your head.
Yeah. Sometimes it does that anyway.
Patricia says, happy birthday wishes to you, Heather.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Miss Jenny, let's see what you got going on. I just pulled the same 3 cards.
Really?
How does that even work? I pulled hummingbird, fire, and water.
Yeah, but I think you'll find they don't mean exactly the same thing. That happens to me all the time. Wow, because this is completely different. The first card is your second chakra,
I'm going to
Archangel
reshuffle.
Ariel, and it has to do with creativity and your feelings about something. You're really getting into it. And the next one is the cornucopia. Well, it's going to be, what you're trying to do here, the wishes are going to be fulfilled here. So it's got positive outlets. In fact, the next one is the world. It's expansion, and everything's going to start opening up for you. They're just saying, this creation, that your creativity that's involved in this thing is going to be very good for you, and it's going to open. It may make you more known. It may just make you feel so much better, but it's going to make you open up and expand. So this is good.
Okay, give me a moment. Okay. Okay. I've got the Gatherer, which brings about a time of abundance. I think that was kind of interesting with your reading. And the abundance, it follows through with all the gratitude that you are expressing for everything that you have accomplished, everything that you are, everything that is going well in your life. You are obviously giving lots of gratitude to it. And if you're not, you need to be remembering how remembering how much you have and how much you can share with others. And then I have the staff, which is talking about, I love how they use a giraffe for the staff. But this is actually about acting with decisiveness on a new project. So I think all that gratitude is, and the love that you're sharing is bringing in a time of abundance. Not just, I don't know that it's necessarily with money, but community as well. I think it's I'm getting more about community.
Yeah, I was getting, it's not necessarily money, it's other ways that you are expanding. And
Yeah, that's really nice.
yeah.
I think that's our last one. Is there anybody else that would like cards? We've got a few minutes. We've got time for one more reading if there's anybody out there that would like a reading. Otherwise, I'll just pull a card for the collective.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. The Beauty Way. I'm going to read this one. Oh, Patricia would like one. Okay, thank you, Patricia. We will do that. But I got Beauty Way, which is 4. Okay, for the collective. Patricia Franzino is.
Okay, I know what that is, so I'll shuffle again.
Here we go.
Pushing.
Enter. I get to see all the delivery men sitting here. I seen UPS throw a box over my fence, and whoever this was in orange pants just put everything in the mailbox. So funny.
Well, my first card was patience. Take your time. And then the next card was yin and yang, and says, don't worry about, be logical, use your initiative, keep things balanced. Okay. Because they said if you don't, things can get really dicey and you can have some monetary constraints. But as long as you keep and be patient, you don't have to have it today. You can have it tomorrow or next day or next week or whatever. Keep everything balanced for you. Okay. Because we don't want to have any money constraints if we can help it. Okay. So you just want to keep everything balanced and keep your patience there. Okay.
Okay. I got the hunter, which is saying follow your path. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of abundance around him. We've got a bear, an owl, a deer. I can't see all the different animals in here. There's so many of them. But they're just saying, follow your own path. You're headed in the right direction. And the sun wants you to come out and play and not take things so seriously right now. And then standstill comes along and says, go out and play. But inside, be thinking about what it is you really want. Be thinking about what's really going on around you. Go within. But make sure you're out there playing and getting some sunshine out in nature and making you laugh, bringing out that inner child. Because they need you to hold your space where you are for the moment. Even though there's a lot of good coming up in your future. Beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. Go play. Go let that inner child of yours come out. Okay.
And the card that I had drawn for the collective was Thinking Man. And then what I got after I was thinking about it was that because of all the downloads that are coming in now, a lot of us are going to begin to understand things better than we did before.
Yes.
So, and when you're sitting there thinking and meditating, all of a sudden something is going to go, oh, that's what that meant, or something like, it's an aha moment. So things are going to be coming more understandable to you.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Get that off. I pulled the Beauty Way. And the Beauty Way invites us to create beauty in our life and to recognize the beauty inside ourselves and others. We need to stop and smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up at the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds us. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Oh, well, that's lovely.
And you will understand. That's good.
And you will understand. Exactly. That's pretty cool.
That is
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got coming up, Miss Heather?
We have this weekend.
This weekend we have Illumination Portal. Yay! Valerie's coming this weekend. She's going to talk to us about the snow moon and what we need to know about the Pisces season. I love that. Yeah. And then Tuesday we're doing, do I have this correct? Celebrating your accomplishments?
Yes, I'm almost finished with that.
I'm excited about that. We don't celebrate our accomplishments enough, you guys. We do something, we get it done, and then we forget about it.
Yeah, and it might be, and it's you want to celebrate every little thing as well as big things, because those little things keep you going.
Yeah, it's the little things that keep us moving, that's for sure.
Yes.
So thank all of you all for being here today. We appreciate it so much. You know how much we love and being in your all's energy. And I
Yes,
hope
we do.
it's vice versa. But go out, shine your light, let your freak flag fly. We are individuals and we're all sparks of the divine, and we all hold that Christ consciousness in us. All we have to do is ask for it.
And treat others and yourself the same way.
Yeah. We love you all. Take care, and we'll see you next time around.
Yes.